Hi, back again, we start. This time we will that house we made last time. Now we make this big house here. That is that one. It's very simple look, so there is nothing that is special. On the side there is nothing, and you see it from the top that this house has their houses on this side, so we don't need to make their sum, and the house is on the back of them, so we don't must make at the back sum. So we only have to do the front here. Good. Then we should start. So there are two stages. Not completely, it's 1.5. So add mesh cube, scale down, scale X, and we give them a loop, Control R, and bring them there. That we have the windows over that high here. So we take this face here and extrude them up for the window height, and then we start with the roof. You have seen from the top that it is a very big, large house in the Y, so scale Y, such like that. And then you see there are two roof parts at this whole building. And that means we need here also loops. Control R, make a loop here, and a loop to control the two parts of the roof there. Then we can here simply bring them up. Now then we get the other with us. Control Z. So Control R, make here loop. So now we can take them both up. Then we get this first part of the roof, that is that part. Then we need another one that should have here a middle loop, Control R, and this middle loop should be behind that, up and then down. That means we have to go here a little bit forward, bring that up, but behind, okay. So it's more like that, and then here is another loop. There we need now an edge slide, because when we try to move it so, we get this result there. That is the result we want to have, but normally you should take here edge slide, then you can slide away these lines without moving anything there. That means space, search, and then type edge slide, and then you can see you can move here down and up without destroying any topology or such. So and then we bring that simply a little bit down, and that was that. That is the roof part there. It looks wired, but that is reality. So we have that. Let's look. But the front roof goes down there to the windows. That means that here must have the same value as the whole roof itself. Good. I think that he can be moved a little bit there and there. Yeah, not perfect, but who cares? Good. Then we need to build the holes for inside, that are these ones. 4, 2 windows, 1 with a door and 1 with a bottom there. So we start to modeling them. Add mesh circle, rotate x 90 degrees. Why we take a circle? Because a circle is the nearest object to the goal that we want to model. So we spend not so much time for modeling because we have that directly. So then we take here the half of that. Then we scale set to get the bending correctly. Think that can be it. Then we simply extrude these parts down, extrude down, and F to close. Then we have that. That is the base structure. Now we have to take them all, and we try it again. Space, search, edge, offset. It's every time new, but I try it all the time. Yeah, that is a good option here, but it is not in the complete. Model face, modify, repeat. Good, it's eagle. So we take that here, scale it down, move a little, scale down, so that we have the same distance there that we need for. Then scale X to get there more space, so we have that correctly. Here we can go down near to the bottom, because that is the same like there. It has a little, only a little space there between. Good. So we have that one. We have to close them both with F. Well, stop. When you want to close such, you need to take Alt F. Hold it Alt and F. Then he makes only that closed, because that are two open things, and you don't know which one should I take. Then you have to take Alt F to close that. Good. Now we take here the inner line, Shift D. Why we do that? Because we want to make from that class. So F to close, extrude back. Each class must have a depth for the reflections and the bounces of the light. So we extrude here the inner part again to get a little distance there. There we don't need it because we cut that in. So we can take now this part here. We go here to better see solid mode. And then add mesh cube, scale down, scale set, scale down, scale set. Okay, Shift D to bring it there too. We see there. or in front. Then take one of them, Shift D, rotate by 90 degrees and bring them over this part there, and scale X to make it a little bit smaller. That we have. The thing is that the glass must come nearer, so like that, and we take the outer rim and extrude them backward. So we have the whole window. You see at the different colors, the colors say you in which direction the normals look. Normals are the faces, and when they look to the inner part or to the outer part of an object, you get problems. So you have to select all and then go here to shading UVs and normals recalculate. Then you see all colors will look the same gray. Then the normals are in the correct direction. Good. We have done the window, but we must cut it into the the house there. So we have to mark that for oh, what is this for shit there? Good. We make it easy. We take your circle selection, bang bang, fast, easy, and works. So we have that. Shift D, then P to separate the selection. Now we have a singular object here that we can close with F and then extrude them back so that we can cut into our house. We go back here to material mode. That are these doors. We need one with door and two other and a smaller one. So at first we can take that here. We take Shift D, place one there, Shift D, place one there, and a smaller one, Shift D, there. So we scale them simply. Good. That was it. There is some, it's turned to English, I hate that. So, good. We get them all and join them together as one. Then we change the size, so we have to add object, apply rotation scale. The same we have to do with the house. Object, apply rotation scale. So now we have to bring that to the right size to cut into. And we take another color so that we can see that better. New color, diffuse, red. So then we can scale that and we see directly where we are, and is it too much, is it too less, what is too less, and so on. I think that can nearly work, but it is not long enough at each. So that means we must take here the complete down part with background selection, width selection, and border selection. We can take that, scale set 0, and plug them deeper. So that can be it. Oh, this one must be higher, sure. That's the window stuff there, yeah. Okay, so that can be it. Just look, there's a little space only in there too. These are a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bit smaller maybe. Okay, I think we got it. So we have changed, so we must again apply the rotation scale of the object. Then we get the name, it's circle 001, and we go to the house, take the modifier boolean, and say we want to get the circle 001, but in the operation difference between both objects, and apply that. So we have now created in these parts. As you've seen, we take their windows in, so we can delete the back faces there, so we delete here background and get the faces, and X delete only faces. Now that is open stuff. The only thing that I don't need is that is too far away. It must be near. That is with all this stuff, we bring them near. So good one. Now we have surely the problem that this one isn't fit with that, don't fit with that. But in first case we join that together, this and the cross inside, join, then Shift D, make a copy, then we take file, save as, new version number, we call it house 14.2, save as, good. So we go to our house and scale the window to a size that can fit with them. A little bit more. Such like that. Yes. We have to go a little bit back. And now we see we lost that middle thing. Where is it? These two things we have not. Okay. Then we have to do that again. Shift D, rotate Y 90 degrees, and scale set a little. Maybe you've copied that correct, then you haven't to do that. Shift D, place one there. Good. The only thing we have now to do is to make it longer. So we take here with background selection, that's here. Then border selection B. Then we can plug that simply down as long as we want. And we want that here more like there. Maybe the whole house is too long in this stage there. I must look. Yeah, it's very tight there. Maybe I'll make that shorter. A little bit must be shorter. So I take the whole house, B, border selection, and bring them more up. Such like that. Then we can make that here, this window, to fit with the bottom. So we have them there in. So Shift D, bring one there too. And Shift D, try to scale that to that size here. You every time must look around that you can see really that it is closed at all spaces and on the right high, and yeah, calibrate it. Then the middle one has a door inside. So Shift D, that means that we must have here a middle part. That means we have to take these two guys here and move them a little to the side. And then Shift D, take a middle part, and that is the door that opens. Good. So we have that. File, save. Now we make that roof here, and that roof stands on side parts. See it here. Side panels and some stuff there, and then this part comes over that. So that means we make here add mesh plane, scale down to the size that we want, scale X a little, scale Y. So think that can work. Then edit mode, extrude to the Z, then rotate to the X to make it strange. Good. So we have that. Now we need this standing part there. There we can take add mesh plane also, rotate by 90 degrees, scale down to the size that we need. That is such like that. Scale set to get the height. So a little bit scale Y. And scale set. Yeah. So now we can make a hole in, but as I seen, the one of them is cut it down there, and the other one is with two spikes there, but here is the down part that has a spike there. So we must see. Okay, so we extrude scale it simply. Scale set a little. Then X, delete only faces. We must get the whole back face and delete them. Then we have that frame, and that we extrude backward. So we have that. We need now a class inside. So that means we take the inner frame, Shift D, duplicate them, and extrude them. So as I said to you, that must be a closed part, because it's class and needs bounds, and the bounds can only be in a closed 3D object. Good, we scale them in the X to make them smaller as the frame and put it inside. So we have that frame with a class in. We put that to, oh, not with the door. What happened here? Is it fixed together or what? No. So stand where you are. Good. Then we place it there at the end. And another one, Shift D, there at the end. Here I've say we need two spikes here in, I think it was so. Two at this and one at them. Okay, across. So yeah, we simply take here add plane, rotate by 90, scale down, scale set, and extrude to the X. Must look that we have enough to get out of that, because what needs this when it don't looks out of the class. So we take that one, Shift D, rotate X 90 degrees, scale Y, bring one there, and Shift D, place one there, and done. Good. We take one of them, Shift D, P, to separate the selection. Now we have a singular one, and that we can plug here to that one. And that's it. Good. We have that. File, save. Then we need that parts. That means we add mesh cube, scale down, scale X, Shift D, rotate Y, bring to fit, there it comes on something there, we will see. We take that, Shift D, scale down, rotate Y, and Shift D, duplicate, scale set, scale set. So we have that. There we have it. The only thing is that here, but we don't make that. That is pipi-com. Nothing important. So I go back here to normal axis, so I can follow that line because of the normals. Then I go back to global axis, and all is okay. So we can now join that completely together and plug it under the roof there. Shift D, so rotate set minus 90 degrees and scale it to a size that is possible there, and plug it onto the wall. So we can set one at each end, but a little bit more up for sure. Can scale a little up. We have a bigger one. Yep. And then Shift, oh no, not Shift D. We take here Alt D, because then I only have to texture one and the other get the same texture. Important to not make all double and double and double and double. So, and at least Alt D to bring it there. Good. So we have that. File, save. Now the front roof tiles with the windows there. there is a little special roof with rounded stuff there. We can cut it out or can build it so. I think that cutout works better. So we tried. Add mesh. We take a cylinder. Now you ask why he takes a cylinder. I know why. Rotate X90. Go back. Add mesh cylinder. Top view. And then we can type here in 3. And then we have directly a triangle. That's because I do that. Rotate X minus 90. Rotate X 360. No, 180. Rotate X 180. Wow, I'm really fetish. So it has to be a little bit scale X. Yep. And then we have to cut out this round stuff there. So we must build that first. So add mesh circle, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down. Then edit mode and delete the down part. Then we need a little one of them to bring it from there to there. So we take that part, Shift D, and simply bring it there. But that must be joined. Without that we have later problems. I don't know, we have join now here. Merge. Yeah, merge at center. So that here we need at the other side too. So Shift D, duplicate, rotate set 180 degrees, bring it there. Take both words and say merge at center. So we have that form that we want to cut out of the roof. We extrude that here, the last words down, F to close, A to select all, F to close. Then we take E to extrude it backward. And then we want to cut that in, but only in the front part. The part behind should be normal. And it is a little bit deeper, I think, so scale Y more. Then we set the origin to geometry. Then we look for the scale of it. Think that can work. Only the down part must be longer. So we take that and make that longer. So we have it. We cut that out. So before we have to do apply the rotation scale of both objects. Then we need the name of that. It's circle. So we can take here the boolean and say circle should be difference apply. So we have now that part there all done. We can move that here to the second layer. We don't need it here. So we have that roof part there. And that comes over the windows then. We need 4 of them. So that must be over that windows there. That must be there. So we have that. Here should come the windows. I think that part must be a little bit higher there. So we take here the whole stuff there and bring that more up so that we have more space for the windows there. Think such like that. And then we place that over them. The thing we have to do here is that the roof stands out at 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. We must get there the roof out. So how we do that? We must cut here in spaces. We take one of these roof tiles there, scale Y to get it completely into the mesh, and we see the mesh. the roof here isn't that we need. We need more such like that. Yeah, that it isn't so long. Yeah, can be long but not so long. Then we take here an array modifier. We need 4, so we give here 4, and we need space between them for the roof space there, so we can bring it here a little bit more outside. So we have that. And these spaces we need 4 times that it comes here out. I think make it here a little bit near. No, a little bit only. Good. So, and now we want to take out here some parts of them. So we have to cut there, and that means we take simply loops there. Control R, make loop, and bring one there. Control R again, and that we make for all this window stuff there. And then we can plug out the roof parts there. So we have that. So the parts should come out is that one, that one, that, and that. So we have to extrude, bring it to the Y, and then lean it to the same angle that the roof have. Here we can go more down, I see. Yeah, a little bit complicated here, but that works. Here we have to cut maybe that we get here more space between. So we take the loop in and take the edges of the roof tiles there and bring them more down, and the middle parts more up, but we can only do that when we get there more loops in. So we need a loop here on each side of them. Then we can handle them separate and don't move all this other stuff with. So here we have to do it. And there at least. Good. So we can bring up here separate parts. That, and that can be moved upward, so we get that style that we need. Here's a little bit more complicated because we haven't here a cut. So I have to do here a cut there. And then we have to move that face there upward. So we take that word and bring them to the self-leaning point that the other one has. Then we have that. A little bit wired, but who cares? Here we have to cut through. That means we need a knife from there to there, spacebar. Then it is cut it, and here we have to go also up, that it has this angle there. Good. We have brought them out. I think they're a little bit too much out, so we can bring them a little bit near to the house there. But then we must go a little bit higher to get the angle of the roof there. Yes. Good. File, save. Then here is this stuff there. We need in the middle parts here windows. So we look here. There are these parts. So we can take here extrude scale to have that. Then the frame itself. So we extrude that. We start other. We make it with all these windows. I don't want to do that each time again. So we can take here then individual origins, so each one scales on his own middle. So extrude scale, now all move with. That is the good thing with this option, individual origins. Then we take here out extrude the whole thing. Then extrude scale again to go into, extrude to the Y to get into, and so we have the base window there, but we need here 2 times, so extrude scale, and then we need here only a middle part, and that will be the classes. So we have to extrude backward and extrude backward again to have 3D classes. But we have then to close here because I told you it must be a closed 3D object for class. Good. So we only need here the middle part. We can make it with loops for sure. Scale Y. And then take that down. Here he don't cut it through that. That is bad for us. Control R. Have no function here, so we must cut manually from there to there and from there to there. Then we take that one and extrude downward. And I don't want to do it each time again, so I simply Shift D, copy them for the other one. So the windows are also in. We have these roof tiles and the other stuff here that makes me a little bit fuzzy there. That is not what we want. We will see, we take here this whole line and scale set 0. So we have the full control, but control set, we see here is something marked with that we don't want. We only want this top line. So for that, every time is better when you view in the wireframe mode, then you can see where something is marked or not. Good, but it works so also. Then we need the candle stuff there later. Here you see little candles over all. That is typical of the French guys. They are not as others. A wall is in front of the house there. You see it here, there is a wall, there's a wall, and here it goes down to the bottom. And that means we get here 2 walls in, add mesh cube, scale down, position it, so that can be the wall, a little bit smaller maybe, scale Y, yep, and scale X, so that we go to that door must be open, able, and the rest is with wall. So that should be the first one, Shift D, the other one, but they should go then till the end. And here that one can be a little bit longer. So we directly get them here at bottom. So we take here this edge, extrude them to the Y, then by the other one too, extrude to the Y. Then we close that stuff by join that together, and then with F we close that space between, and we don't make here this down part because nobody will see that later, but it is a good one till that point. We only must make here the other stuff there. You see here's another part, and then we have to texture them. So thanks a lot for watching. We see us in the next tutorial part. Thanks a lot, bye.